How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. So today I'm going to be making a kind of a bougie burger. Instead of bacon blue cheese, we're going to do prosciutto blue cheese. And instead of ketchup, we're going to do a balsamic glaze. Really, this is just a fun way to do a burger, and I'm looking forward to showing you how to do it. Let's get started.
All right, let's talk about homemade burger buns. To begin making our own burger buns, we need to make what's called a Tangzhong, and it looks weirder than it sounds. It's actually a bread making technique that is used to give those burger buns the soft quality that you're used to. And it's really simple. It's just a couple ingredients. Let me show you.
Okay, to a saucepan, you're going to add 4 tablespoons of milk, 2 tablespoons of water, and 2 tablespoons of bread flour. We're going to then turn on the heat to medium and then continue to mix over the heat. And that's our Tangzhong. That's what we want, that gelatinous stuff. We're going to set that to the side. Next thing we're going to do is we got about a half a cup of warm milk heated to about 95 degrees. And to that, we're going to add a tablespoon of instant yeast. Give that a stir. And we're just going to set that aside for about 5 or 6 minutes. Okay, to a mixing bowl, we have 2½ cups of bread flour, and to that I'm going to add 2½ tablespoons of sugar and a teaspoon of sea salt. Give that a quick mix. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and add our yeast and milk mixture. We're just going to grease up our bowl here and let that sit in there for about an hour to an hour and a half. Okay, we've let our dough rest for about an hour and a half. Now we're just going to divide it into 6 equal parts. Okay, we have all our dough shaped into balls that all weigh equal grams, about 105 grams each. So I'm just going to let this sit for another hour and a half, and we'll come back to it. Okay, we're going to finish up our buns by brushing on some egg wash. Okay, buns are ready. We're going to throw them in a preheated 375-degree oven and let them bake in there for about 15 minutes. And there are our burger buns. Alright, let's address our burger meat. We're going to be grinding our own, and I have a mixture of brisket, chuck, and short rib. I think this is going to be a combination for making our burgers. We're just going to chop them up into bite-sized bits and get to grinding. Alright, so we've chopped up our meat. I'm just going to throw it in the freezer for about 30 minutes to firm up. That's going to make it easier for when we grind it. So we'll come back to this after 30 minutes. Okay, so we have our meat all ground up. We're just going to form it into burger patties. And I've measured these out on my scale. We're trying to get quarter-pound patties. So I'm just gonna... And there we have our burger patties all made. Okay, next we're gonna take our prosciutto and just slice it up into ribbons. So just... And what we're gonna end up doing is just frying that in a cast iron. Okay, we're going to throw some olive oil into our cast iron, and to that we'll add our prosciutto. Alright, so while the prosciutto is frying up, we're going to make our balsamic glaze. This is going to be amazing. So I've got half a cup of balsamic vinegar. And to that, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. We're just going to mix that together and bring to a simmer. Alright, now it's time to cook our burger. So I'm going to add a little bit of salt and some black pepper to one side. And then we're going to add that to our cast iron. Add a little more seasoning on the other side. So last thing we're going to do, we're going to toast our buns. Next we're going to add a little blue cheese onto our burger. Give that a quick melt. Alright, it's burger assembly time. We're going to start with our first layer is some arugula. To that we're going to add our balsamic glaze, which is thickened up nicely. Next we've added our burger, and we're going to add our prosciutto to the top. And that, my friends, is a prosciutto blue cheese burger. I hope you give this a try, and I'll see you next time.